Morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 19th. This month seems to have flown by. And in contrast to the last video, today I woke up and it was 50 degrees out. Excuse me. Opposed to the 20 degrees that was it was on my last video. It's Monday. It just got through the weekend. Let's see what happened over the weekend. Well, I don't know why I always seem to feel the crummiest on the weekends. Saturday night when I went to bed, I couldn't get warm, and I'm usually the opposite. I'm the guy who runs hot. Would have a fan on if I could. Always freezing my wife out. All those sort of things. But Saturday I went to bed, I was chilled. I don't know if I had a slight fever. I know I woke up later in the night just sweating, so it's possible. But I didn't seem to have any of those symptoms the rest of the weekend, so I don't know what went on there. We spent Saturday at home. We didn't really do a whole lot of anything. We spent time with our son, watched some TV, did a few chores around the house. I did. Yeah, I know. This is not helping my Minecraft addiction at all, but I did break down and start up a server. One on a 24/7 server. My buddy I was talking about that plays Minecraft too. He's in there too. He was in there yesterday. That was fun. We got to hang out together, build some things. He's more of a digger. I'm more of a builder. So we have a nice symbiotic relationship there. I have to confess, there was a point in my past that my creative OCD may have lashed out at him when I didn't agree with the things he was building, but I've matured since then. And this is now a judge-free server. So he's welcome. If you're listening, you're welcome to build whatever you want. And no disparaging, none of that stuff. So anyway, we've got that started. The nice thing about this service that I've got, I can have multiple worlds in this particular server. Granted, I can't have them all running at once, but I can have multiple multiple worlds, I should say. And as soon as my computer I get my desktop fixed and get access to that hard drive, I'm going to upload my world that I have saved on there. So that'll be good. What else? So I stayed way too late to doing that, but oddly enough, I found lately that if I sleep just the right amount of hours, I seem to do better during the day than if I sleep too many or too little. I know that sounds crazy, but my just right happens to be wherever that point is where I'm not in bed so long that my back hurts, but I've slept long enough to get rest. I've kind of found that to be around 6 hours. I know any health people out there will tell me that's way too few hours, but the problem is if I sleep much more than that, I wake up with horrible backaches and then I'm miserable all day. I can't focus, any of that stuff. So I just found that to be about the sweet spot. Had church yesterday. It was great. For those of you who don't know, I go to a church that is a multi-site church, meaning they have a main campus where the pastors speak, and then the satellite locations view those messages on a screen. Some people will disagree with that, but that's a whole nother conversation that I may get into in one of my deeper things one of these days. But so what was great was we're going through a series right now I talked about before called Questions, and they're addressing hard questions that people ask, either people in the church or people in the world ask, that are hard to answer, and address some of those. They addressed one about why is the church filled with hypocrites. The other one of why would a loving God let bad things happen, especially let bad things happen to good people. Either way, those hard questions. Well, yesterday at our location, the pastors came to our location and they had like a panel, and we'd all submitted questions between the two locations, and they kind of condensed and distilled those down into, like they said, several of the questions were really asking the same thing but worded differently. So they kind of took all those and they distilled them down into the top 12 questions. And then when they got there, they pulled up the 12 questions, and everybody in the congregation got out their cell phones, went to the website, and voted on which one they wanted answered. I thought it was pretty great, and especially me being a techie guy, I thought that was just the best thing ever. So anyway, so they went through and answered some of the questions that the congregation submitted. So that was great. They were there yesterday, right there in front of us, live, and answering these questions that we'd submitted. So that was really good. I doubt this one is going to be recorded. If it is, my guess it would be just when they do the same thing next week at the main campus. But either way, it was great. I thought it was a great change. It was a great thing for them just to sit down and address these questions that the congregation has. I know that sort of stuff doesn't always happen enough, especially when you get into a situation like this where we have a multi-site church. Now, our campus has a campus pastor that does all the same things any other pastor would, with the exception of majority of the speaking. Now, this week, he went to the main campus and spoke while the rest of the pastors were at ours. And then next week he's going to he'll be speaking the same message live at our location. So it's pretty good. I don't know. I love I'm glad we found this church. It's worked out great for us. It's been what we need. So that was yesterday. We spent some time outside with our son. He wanted us. He said, "Teach me how to pedal." So he had this tricycle type thing, big wheel, maybe you call it. They had last year, and we took it out. And we don't have sidewalks in our street, so and we have a very not busy street. So we were like, okay, buddy, when you're with mommy and daddy, we can go out and we'll do this in the street. But if mommy and daddy's not with you, you can't go out here. And he seemed to understand, because he played outside by himself the rest of the day and didn't go out in the street with his bicycle. But yeah, he's getting the hang of it. I don't know. This is a whole new thing for me. I don't remember myself what it was like to learn how to ride. But helping him, I never really realized until you really get the hang of it. It gets to the point you don't think about it. I mean, really, how complicated pedaling can be. I guess. I mean, when you think about it, you gotta remember. If you've never done it before, I don't know. It's kind of hard to imagine something that you're in your memory anyway. You've always known how to do, like pedaling. But I could see where he'd have a hard time knowing which foot to push when and keep it going. And at times he was better at getting it to go backwards than he was to go forward. I think he did better with his dominant foot than he did his right foot. He's left-handed, so I'm assuming he's also dominantly left-footed. So he seemed to do better with his left foot. He was wearing his boots because our yard is low and it was still a little muddy, so he was wearing his little mud boots yesterday. And he seemed to be his foot kept slipping off the pedal with that, so we let him go put his nicer tennis shoes on while he was on his bike, and that seemed to help too. So that was fun. And then in the evening, we just relaxed again. I just did some laundry, stuff like that yesterday at our house. I take care of the laundry Jill takes care of pretty much everything else. She's wonderful like that. Obviously, I pitch in and help when she asks. I'm not much of a housekeeper. So she does a fabulous job at all the other stuff. But when we first got married, she hated doing laundry, and I didn't mind it. And I hated doing dishes, and she's okay with it. So that's kind of how we broke things down. I take care of the laundry. She takes care of the dishes. So that's kind of how we've done things. And so yesterday I did some laundry. I should say, let me back up. I washed some laundry. I didn't do very well at folding it and putting it away yesterday, but I did. I washed them up. This morning, so I have a CPAP machine for sleeping, and I'm a pretty calm person. Most anybody knows me. I'm pretty calm. I'm pretty patient. I don't really get worked up or have anxiety about a whole lot of things. But calling my CPAP supply place to get supplies is a headache, because when you order the supplies, they don't know, they can't give me a price. So they say, I need to talk to the billing. And I talk to the billing department, and they can't give me a price because they don't know what I'm going to order. And it's just a vicious circle. I try to explain, when was the last time you bought something and didn't know how much it cost you before you purchased it? I try to stay calm with those people. It's hard, though. But anyway, I end up ordering. I got somebody to tell me what the prices online was, so that I have some ballpark of how much it's going to cost. But that bugged me this morning. But anyway, I'm past that. I did go ahead and order them anyway. Let come what will. But so now I'm back, starting a new work week. So the group that I work with at work, one person moved to a different apartment. She'd been doing her current job for a lot of years and was ready for a change, and I'm happy for her. But my buddy who was talking about had back surgery, he's also in my department. So he's out this week. And then there's one other person that's dedicated to my group, for lack of a better term, which is great. He's great, but he's not in-house. He works from home. And this week's going to be a bit of a switch, because I'm used to, when I run into something that I need another brain on, another head to think about, I just pop my head up over the cube to the person next to me, and we hash it out. But this week, both the one person gone from our department, the other person gone still from his surgery, so any sort of collaboration I need to do is going to have to all be done via our chat system. So that's going to be a bit of adjustment today, but I'm up for the challenge. We'll get through it. So anyway, thank you for listening to my rambling, but later in the week I'll probably get into a topic that's a little more deep, but just kind of want to catch you up on my weekend. Take care of all the stuff down below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Anyway, I will wrap this one up, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You take care now. Bye.